It is perhaps one of the most colorful aircraft models we have gotten from Herpa Wings in the last couple of years, so of course we have to take a look at it. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at a Boeing 737-800 of Alaska Airlines. At the front of the box we have the cutout so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and on top of the box we have the Alaska Airlines branding. Then on the back side of the box we have a very nice image of the aircraft itself, and we are provided with a link by Herpa where we can get more information. And here she is, the Boeing 737-800 of Alaska Airlines in the Spirit of the Islands livery. Now, with no further ado, let's take a closer look at some of the many details this aircraft model has to offer. And we start off with the tail section, where we normally would find the Alaska Airlines branding on the vertical stabilizer. In this case, we have some palm trees, which of course are part of a larger image that is portrayed across the fuselage. On the fuselage we find the full registration code of the aircraft, the flag of the United States of America, and the slogan Spirit of the Islands. At the front of the aircraft we then have the Alaska Airlines branding. At the very front of the aircraft we of course have some detailing around the cockpit windows, and just above those we find the three numbers that are included in the registration code. The engine nacelles have been given the light bluish color that we also find on the fuselage, and they are quite decently detailed. Of course, if we look into the front of the engines, we can then also, although with a little bit of difficulty, see the engine fan blades. Just above the wings we then find the emergency exits printed on, and that leads us to the wings, because here if we look at the top side we can see all the different flap slats and spoilers carved out very nicely, but of course also the markings for the emergency exits. Also the underside of the wings look pretty decent. The very nice highlight on the wings for me, however, are of course the split scimitars, which are also continuing the imagery on the fuselage. So Herpa has really done a really decent job with that. Where they also have done a really decent job is the landing gear. Here we can see the main landing gear, and here we can see the front landing gear. Again, I think Herpa has done really well here. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here in the back side of the aircraft, and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Boeing 737-800 from Alaska Airlines in the Spirit of the Islands livery. And what can we say about today's aircraft model? Well, if you focus on the physical details, I would say Herpa has done a really nice job here. It is a very high standard and pretty much what we can expect from Herpa these days. Of course, the highlight on the aircraft is the livery. That requires a really top quality print, and Herpa has really managed to pull that off nicely. So if you are bored of too many aircraft flying in white liveries and would like to have a nice and colorful aircraft with a top quality print, then I would say this aircraft is definitely worth having in one's collection. And with that we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then feel free to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. If you're new around here, why not hit subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome. And with that I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.